Thanks to the leadership of Mayor Paul Pontieri and the Board of Trustees, we're on television.
It was a big hit for a little village. Hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars stolen.
And now prosecutors say it was an inside job. A village clerk is now accused of the theft. News 12 Long Island's Andrew Anger is at the Central Islip Courthouse with more. Andrew?
Well, she was a 20-year employee of the village of Patchogue, but investigators say greed got the best of Susan Roach. Now she's facing serious charges for allegedly stealing almost $193,000 from the village. Patchogue Mayor Paul Pontieri is still stunned that Susan Roach, a senior account clerk in the treasurer's office at Village Hall, is accused of stealing almost $193,000 over the last 3 years.
What?
A big chunk of money for the small municipality's budget.
On a one-year basis, it's probably a little less than 2%. We're a $10 million budget.
Roach walked out of Suffolk Arraignment Court in Central Islip on her own recognizance after being charged with multiple counts of grand larceny and forgery this afternoon. Investigators say Roach created false fuel invoices, then cut 39 checks that she then stole. Roach's alleged scheme was detected in an audit of the village's books this year. Mayor Pontieri says the theft was felt by all residents.
The funds over the course of the last couple of years, that the loss of those funds required us to raise taxes because there was that amount of a shortfall.
During the April 9, 2009 board meeting, the treasurer presented the budget for 2009-2010 and stated in the record that the tax rate will be $10.43 per $100 assessed value, up from $9.79 the last year. That is an increase of about 6.5%. In that budget there is a 4.2% increase in expenses, 8.7% decrease revenues. Do you think these figures support what Mayor Pontieri stated for the cameras?
The village is insisting the Suffolk DA push for full restitution so taxpayers don't pick up the bill. Roach's attorney says she has already resigned from her position and will pay back the village if necessary.
If these allegations are true, it's a very unusual and probably not really something this woman would ever do again. She is 42 and never been arrested.
We're on television. We're on television. We're on television.
Now, the village says it has insurance to cover employee theft, but still wants the almost $193,000 returned. Roach will be back here in court in May. In Central Islip, Andrew Anger, News 12, Long Island.
Here is more to ponder. Did this administration, by accepting a resignation, allow Ms. Roach to collect her pension even if she is found guilty of this crime? A suspension without pay during the investigation and trial would have been more appropriate action and termination of employment if found guilty or entered a plea of guilt to lesser charges. If the money is returned or an insurance claim is paid, with taxpayers see a decrease in the next budget? We know that is not likely. And why did this alleged felony theft go on for 3 years? Was no one watching the cookie jar for 3 years?
What?